Writing a special welcome to all my new tween fans who are watching today's stream today. So, as I have garnered such a large supporting among the tween base, the channel is going to be changing into, of course, a new direction. Maybe we're going to put out some more teen focused content. As you guys know, we were already focusing and thinking about doing that as well with our new magazine that we're planning on starting, the Counter 17 magazine as well. So, look forward to that more type of content as well. Our first video actually in this series started last week when we went around and started looking for the Galaxy S25 Edge. Mixing in a bit of tween focused content as well. But you guys, we're really going to start focusing in on that as well. So make sure you guys, drop what you want into the comments or into the live chat right now so that we can know what you have as well. In fact, I'm actually going to search for Roblox on my thing here. Hopefully the mic sounds better. I'm not taping off the phone anymore. I'm taping off of the laptop because I had to reset it, so I have to re-download Roblox. But according to this, my Roblox account is the TechBoy underscore media. So guys, make sure you put that in your phones. Maybe we can play together, do some live streams, something like that. Whatever games you have on. I'm not even good at Roblox, but look, if it's gonna make us some money, if we're gonna be able to tap into this new tween base that we have going on out there, hopefully that's exciting. But exciting developments coming out of the United States of America as we are going to be quote unquote copying Israel with the United States Golden Dome. So as you guys know, the Iron Dome in Israel is a missile defense system where when other countries around them shoot missiles and drones and other things at them into it, the missiles will then go up, intercept the stuff that tries to get it, and then will hit. Here we have the Lockheed Martin. I guess they make stuff. They make stuff. Anyway, this is the Lockheed Martin website. Hopefully, you guys can see this on the screen. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I mean, look how high tech this is. So essentially, and I thought this is kind of stupid when it first got announced because you know we don't have any people who would be shooting missiles from Canada or Mexico, which are the only two countries that border us. And of course, Cuba's not going to be shooting any missiles from like 90 feet away from. I mean, it's not 90 miles away from Florida. Right, so those would be the only three countries that could threaten us, with like the Israel type Iron Dome stuff. Oh, because if someone like launches some like huge missile towards Israel from like Russia or whatever, it's not gonna Iron Dome didn't work on that. Of course, then Left Behind happened. Things fail, but whatever. Anyway, the Golden Dome for America actually would protect us from intercontinental ballistic missiles from other countries like China, Russia, Iran, if they ever had a nuclear weapon, things like that. And essentially, you'd put a little like site here, somewhere in Canada, here, and then they'd all intercept the missiles, which would apparently make the United States, even more strong and more safe than ever before. The only threat that I have been reading about is that due to the what's it called mutually assured destruction, that prevents nuclear warfare. If this project goes in place, and it should go in place and be completed but before the end of 2029, sorry, if it doesn't get delayed or anything like that, if it does that, then some other country might be feel threatened and like try to nuke or shoot missiles towards the United States, without uh, but before it's built, because then it's not going to work anymore after it's built as well. So that's interesting technological update coming out of the United States of America. I really find it to be interesting. The tech and the physics behind it all. That pretty high tech. But speaking of high tech and speaking of closer to home, something that we can actually access. I can't build a iron or golden or any type of dome in my backyard without approval. In fact, some YouTuber was trying to build like a rocket that could come back and launch, and he could control it in the air or whatever, and he just found out that it would be like a guided missile, and he couldn't build it because information like that is classified. And if you do find information, I don't think it's legal to build something like that, which is really interesting. Like, guided missiles have existed for a long, long time. Like, how's no one else figured out how to make it? I mean, it's probably simple physics. I don't know how to make it. And by simple physics, I mean like college. Like if you're in college, you actually took physics. I'm not talking about like 10th grade. That's when you take physics? Yeah, I took physics in 10th grade, 10th grade physics or something ridiculous like that. Anyway, closer to home, Google Gemini. Holy guacamole! Last year, a year and a half ago, actually in February, after Gemini started being horrible and couldn't generate images of white people or something like that, or generated images of white people in bad circumstances, there's some whole controversy as well. Anyway, we didn't really cover that, but Google Gemini took away the ability to generate people. So of course, you weren't using that kind of information and technology for, of course, Instagram account of the Ava Harper. And of course, Grok used to be good, and then it got awful, like absolutely awful. I mean, the people, as you guys know, with Grok are super shiny. Like their hair is glowing, which I don't want your hair to glow in the dark. That's ridiculous. And then ChatGPT, it's okay. So we have been sticking with Photoleap for the time being. Photoleap is really good. They've only cut this thing is beeping in my ear. They've only cut once, so you used to be able to generate up to 5 sets of images at one time. Now you just get one prompt per hour, which is fine. Of course, I found a restriction or workaround around that. So Gemini, actually good to see some competition coming out of Gemini, and the competition is fierce, really, really good. It's even more uncensored than Photoleap. Of course, nothing inappropriate. Just Photoleap just have some mild type censoring. But opinion, Gemini. The only problem with this is that Google Gemini um, costs a lot more money than Grok. I do pay a little bit for it, but it's only $80 for the up to date video and be able to talk to it more often because I think everyone can use this photo generation model. So you only get like 3 requests to Gemini. No matter what video or image, because it's all locked on, at least for me, to Gemini 2.5 Pro. You only get about 3 requests per, I guess, 24 hours, something like that. It just all depends. I'll get 6 because I have 2 accounts, a personal account and this account that I'm on right now. So it's enough for image generation. But if you want to use more stuff like that, then you're gonna have to start paying as well. Also for the paying subscribers, Google Gemini also got to show off their new video model Veo 3, and it looks really, really good. People are getting really scared for some reason. I don't really know why. They're like, oh, the videos could be fake. Okay, look, most videos online are usually, faked and stuff like that. I mean, it's gonna put the movie industry out of no, it's not gonna put the movie industry out of business. I guarantee it's not. Like, I mean, think about this. CGI when it came out in like the 80s, people were probably scared about that. But guys, look, one of the most popular movies right now is now the live action animated Lilo and Stitch remake. And of course, Stitch is not real. It's fake. We've been able to fake videos for a really long time. It just allows people like me to be able to fake stuff a lot easier. So Google Gemini Veo 3 introduces Flow, a new AI filmmaking tool powered by Veo 3. Here's some examples and some descriptions as well. And it still holds up to be true today. I did see some like stand-up comedian that was supposed to be artificial intelligence generated, but it still is holding up to my claim today that AI video technology is actually super duper good, and it's not going to be really used to fake stuff. At least for the given foreseen future, in my opinion. Like I've always said, this video technology is trained on really high quality, high resolution videos like this. Let me see if we can scroll down here. I mean, look at this. Right, even if this was real, you're going to need hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars of camera equipment and of course location. I can't do that here in Houston, and things of that nature to just be able to access a shot like that. So it's not like it's just really democratizing access to tons more users. But I mean, look at this style of videography that you are seeing here, right? No one's recording this type of video stuff on their cell phones. It's just not possible. Physics demands it not to be possible. Your cell phone's camera is not this good. It's not even that water resistant to you record 360 loops of water like this, right? You know what the demos are not showing? It's not showing 2 people fighting on a high school or in a Carnival cruise ship or something like that, where it's just like super shaky recorded video. It's like on TikTok vertical video. The audio is not that good as well, because that's not what they're putting into the training data. What they're putting into the training data is actually good content. So it's garbage in, garbage out, good in, good out. And that's actually the problem because 90% of videos online are all horribly shot. They're trash. I mean, look at the stream here. It's recorded off like a 5 megapixel camera in like a bedroom with like light that's super duper bright. They're even showing some videos of like YouTubers playing Minecraft or some video game and like live reacting it was all fake, right? The problem with that is the videos. The guy in the corner, he wasn't like on like some 5 megapixel camera. He was like on some studio grade super bokeh blur camera. And most YouTubers are kind of all cliche, all blah. In my opinion, like, yeah, guys, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Like, I have like uh, captions scrolling across the stream. They all say it's like the same thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter if AI comes in and clones. Like the content is the goal. It doesn't matter how you got to the content as long as it's legal. It doesn't matter how you got to the content. It's just a matter that the ends, in my opinion, for this justified means, because the means are legal. The means are okay. The means are fine. Like, everyone, we've been saying this for like the past 20 years. Don't believe everything that you see on the internet. Heck, even in some Downgraded Lane episode from like 2005, 2006, Brooke Morrissey, we talked about this, started a blog, and the dad's like, oh, I don't know what a blog is. And then, it's explained to him what a blog is, of course, for the benefit of the audience, but still. And then it's like, whoa, 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 the internet is a dangerous, it's a scary place. Look, we've heard this messaging for 20, 30 years from now on. Okay, look, guys, don't believe everything that you see on the internet. And the thing is, and I'm against all the boomer hate that we see online, but the thing is, like, the people who are falling for this are not teenagers. They're not the people who are creating this. It's just like elderly people who are falling for literally anything. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, no, this person does not have watermelon's feet, and no, he's not looked that strangled like that. Like, I saw some pictures of like, oh, some kid died in some war or something like that, and he had like a rose. What the heck did you get some roses? It's a war zone. Come on, people. Use your common sense. Use some logic here, okay? So just guys, use your brain here. But anyway, let's look at let's look at the video. So this is Veil 3, period of Imogen 4. We just talked about that, and it's rolling out Flow, the company's new artificial intelligence filmmaking tool. I'm going to mute this. There we go. And here you can watch this video. Just see what we can do.
And I'm not trying anymore. I'm just doing.
You guys will be making that,
And
for real anyway.
all the pieces
super-duper.
start falling into place.
Your clip here, you click.
It all feels pretty clear in my head. I see these like flash
for ages as well. I mean, even when you have the cakes and it's like, oh,
these like
thing is the birthday, you can tell that's fake. I mean, look at it. It's like reflecting off her face and everything like that. Like, no one's smartphone videos look like this. No one. The physics is not there for it. And even if it was, the people just don't really know how to use cell phones like this. No one is recording perfect background bouquet blur of some woman holding a cake in a moving car. I swear, people just need to use some common sense. Use common sense, people. It's fake. All right. Anyway, here is some more examples of this. It says it cranks up the realism to this. Like this looks like a static thing that some like 20-year-old woman would post on Instagram. Oh, guys, look at my nice drawing that I made here. Let's see what else we have here. I don't even know what the heck this is. Like, it's fine. It's not the depth of anything. In fact, I believe it's a birth of something new, something good, something beautiful and great. All right. Anyway, Notebook LM has come to Android, which is really great. I mean, Google's been on a roll with their artificial intelligence stuff today or this week. They all they had some event, and also I think Apple had some event as well. Anyway, Notebook LM comes to Android. You guys know what Notebook LM is, so this is just more of like a press release type article. We gave this, tech product of the year. Notebook LM, for guys of you who don't know, allows you to import, data into the software and then chat with it. So unlike ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, using the entire internet data and some books and things like that, just allows you to use your own data as well. So I have been having to use the browser version, but now I can install and download, which I will do after this podcast, the application of it onto Android and iOS if you guys have it as well. So interesting things happening in the world of artificial intelligence, of course, for this week and with Google. And I'm really excited to see where things go. Hopefully they all go offline because it really feels like that computing has gone in a circle, as you guys know. In the 60s, the first, computers, you essentially get terminals that were linked into mainframes because, computers cost lots and lots and lots of money. Back then, it cost money for processing, that cost money for uh, everything of that nature, right? And so you'd essentially get a computer that would be linked up to a mainframe. So then people got personal computers into the 80s and the 90s when they got their personal computers and they got more powerful. And then you got nice multimedia software programs like Microsoft Encarta, which is honestly one of the best programs of all time. Like we have a video of the Encarta 2009 national anthem of the United States, have the national anthems of all the countries in Encarta, and it's just really great because it shows the multimedia. You have a nice 3D map application. You have a timeline in there. I mean, it's really nice. I wish we still had stuff like that till today. But then after the 2000s and after all these computers started getting more and more powerful, you got these upgrades that brought more and more features like from XP to Vista, from Vista to Windows 7. After that, then everyone starts moving back to the cloud. In 2012, Microsoft released is OneDrive, and then later on they release Windows in the cloud, and then later on everything starts moving to the web with web applications like file converters, video editing applications. Encarta has then been supplanted by the internet. You see where I'm going with this? My computer here, i7, yep, right there on the tag, i7, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Well, what are we doing here? Well, we're just, we're live streaming. Let's look at the tabs. We got Amazon, we got Gemini, we have Grok, all these tools here that could run offline. You know how I know this? Because until I reset my computer, because to get the microphones back, looking at this application on here called Jan AI. Like each computer, each phone has essentially felt the same. Actually, no, S22 Plus did feel a bit faster, but yeah, I was doing video editing for GNN back then, so of course more intensive workflows going on. But my point still stands is that the internet has supplanted computing so that it's just a thin client. Your computer is just a thin client for what we have here. And I'm hoping that with AI, with all this technology, that everything doesn't get sent up to the cloud because A, it's going to be super duper expensive. This is the golden age of artificial intelligence. Come back in 10 years. This is the golden age of artificial intelligence. Everything, we have all this venture capital money, you have all this new technology, all this new groundbreaking things like here, Chat GPT, Gemini-ish, Grok. All of these are under $50 or free. Photo free. All this technology, all this AI technology, even 11 Labs, artificial intelligence, voice cloning, all of this is free. In 5 or 10 years, it's not making money unless they put like a whole bunch of ads in ChatGPT or whatever. It's not making money. Uh, You're gonna have to start paying for this. You're gonna have to start paying, subscriptions for this. And the way to stop that is be able to, just buy it once and use it offline, or just get it for free and use it offline. Like it's nice that you have all this investment, all this venture capital. That's what makes America so great. Is that we have some the best and brightest and smartest people here in the country who can come in and they can do this code and they can get investors pretty easily and they can show it off. But I mean, unfortunately, even as great as America is, the bubble is going to burst. The rules of economics apply in every country. And once the bubble bursts, you're going to have AI prices either skyrocketing or you're going to have so much competition in the market that they decline. And I'm hoping that they decline and hopefully that the AI prices decline. I'm hoping that it becomes more democratized for everyone. And I'm hoping it goes offline to stop this stupid trend of all the web apps working like this. I mean, think about it. If you use the same tools, the same websites, even in like some Linux, if you go look at some random Linux distro, I'm not going to go into the whole rant about how Linux is trash and full of a whole bunch of trash people, etc., etc. But if if you go just look up some random Linux distro on Wikipedia, you're just going to see some screenshots of this person using Wikipedia, whatever. Like, everyone's talking about computer systems, that computer systems, this. But, I mean, the only way the people of the year of Linux and desktop is here, they've been yapping about this for 20 years. The only way that they're going to be able to achieve this is if, they're able to move everything to the web and everything has to run off a server somewhere, which essentially makes, computers useless and everyone's going to be like, hey, why are we doing this? Like, I was talking about this. Like, why are you teenage girl on a MacBook using Google Docs? I'm sorry, but why? I like Apple Pages. It exists. Now, of course, I am criticizing myself here because I use Google Docs on the Windows computer here, but I didn't have Word back then. Now I have Word, so now I use Word. I paid for it, I installed it, I bought it, everything like that. It's just better to use things offline, in my opinion. But you guys know how to spell. You guys know how to spell. All right, let's see what let's see my comment here. There's this movie from oh yes, here it is. There's this movie on Disney Plus called Lemonade Mouth. I saw it last night. And now it's time for the movie review segment because we are now a teen media company. Hi teens, all 7 of you watching right now, which by the way is now beating, according to my reporting in that vlog video. Make sure you guys check it out. All 30 of you. It's now beating the Urban View. So anyway, here we go. Wood drone strike. And you may be like, whoa! Why are you guys advocating for violence against this student here who anyway, so here's the premise of Lemonade Mouth. These kids all get sent to detention, and all of them except for one kid deserves it. So here's what they do. This little bundle of joy here is an anarchist, probably a communist, and she's always whining about some revolution. Shut up, kid, and get a life. I swear. She is so annoying. She's the most annoying character in the history of just teenage TV shows here. Okay, she's annoying. Scum of the earth in this movie. Horrible. Absolute horrible. I mean, she's just like she has a shirt that says resist authority and she's like running around, stands up, interrupts the middle of an assembly. Okay, the entire premise of the movie is just like there's this principal who's all about law and order. He's so about law and order that he has a super advanced security camera system that for some reason it's in black and white, but it's super advanced, super high quality. There's this one girl who also gets sent to detention because she got caught sneaking out on the camera monitors. And I was like, yes, let's go. That's great. She got caught sneaking out, and the principal stopped it. He has a segue around here, and everyone hates him because, well, not everyone, but like the main characters hate him because he dedicates more money to sports than they do to arts. Except, as we see from the movie itself, no one cares about the arts. It doesn't make them any money, and the sports bring them money, which it brings them a nice, big, beautiful gymnasium, brings them all this stuff that they can do. It brings them funding. And guys, guess what? When the movie ends and they become pop stars and rock stars, then they get money to have a music program. Wait, this is ridiculous. If no one is expressing interest in anything, then they all get sit down to the basement. They act like that's like a bad thing. Okay, the student newspaper isn't being read. Do you know how we know that? It's because the person is typing it on a typewriter, which means they only have maybe like 3 copies. If no one's reading the newspaper, why would the onus be on the principal to push the newspaper out? It's the newspaper's job to become good. If the newspaper is any good, then the people would actually, read it. Wait, this is free market capitalism 101 here, people. The sports team is good. They funded the sports team. They actually got money and sponsors for the sports team, and people actually care about the sports team. So, guys, guess what? The sports team is going to get focused on. And it's not like they were neglecting academics. No, they're neglecting these 3 or 4 or whatever kids from, including this little anarchist twerp of a kid who's always whining in like just this for like half the movie. It's so annoying. She has no point. She has no life. In fact, she sits in front of a truck to protest the removal of a lemonade machine that no one knew existed, and then she gets arrested because she has no life. She decided to sit outside in the rain and protest the removal of a lemonade machine that until 5 minutes ago she didn't know existed. She didn't know the lemonade was any good. Again, it is their fault having a lemonade machine in the basement. For goodness sake. Anyway, let's go through here. So she obviously deserves detention. The next person, she was sneaking out of school. She deserves detention. What else did that person do? Oh yeah, he threw a soccer ball at someone. He misses and it hits the coach. You shouldn't be throwing soccer balls to people. This isn't football. This isn't football. You should be resorting to assault. You shouldn't be doing this. And then someone else, oh yeah, he calls the teacher stupid. And then the one kid that doesn't deserve it, she's just like reading in the janitor's closet, which is just, I mean, was she cutting school? I don't know. But then they all like come together and they all like start singing some of the most ridiculous songs that you've ever heard in your life. I mean, what is wrong with you people? Okay, they start singing songs and then, they have this competing band who is horrible. Absolute horrible. But they still win the competition. So the competing band is just like, hype guys, we have a big truck and we're better than you. That's the entire song and everyone likes them. And then they get up there and they're like, "Oh well, everyone else knows our song, and I lost my voice," but they still lose, and they somehow make it to Madison Square Gardens and have a full concert in front of thousands and thousands of people in New York. No, they don't live in New York, so I don't know how they made it there as well. So yeah, totally illogical movie. Doesn't make any sense. All those kids deserve to be in detention, and this kid here, would drone strike would not feel bad or lose any sleep if she got drone struck by the principal or the president of school. Honestly, the principal was pretty useful as well. But there's this other movie that I was watching on Samsung TV Plus. You actually don't have to pay for it, contrary to the name. Samsung TV Plus is Samsung's free television application. As you guys know, it has like news channels on there. So it has Newsmax 2, not regular Newsmax. Can't afford that. Newsmax 2. Then they have Fox Local something. I think they have some of your local channels, and then they have some like you know random movies or whatever, random TV shows. Anyway, yeah. So it's just some of the worst channels. Movies on here. There's a movie in here called Napoleon Dynamite. I was like, oh, okay, I heard this movie is popular. I've seen memes of it. It's PG, so let's look at it. Also, I looked at the description that said, oh, this kid is supposed to be watching a helping his friend win an election against some popular girl. Right, this is great. This is up my alley. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, whoo. That's holy guacamole. That was that movie and everyone in it should be should think bad things something should happen to them. I'm not trying to get banned here, but that movie. Can we sue them for false advertisement? Can we sue them for boring me out of my mind for an hour and 30 minutes? Can we sue them for filming the absolute worst movie? This is, I'm declaring, the worst movie in all of human history. No movie comes close to the level of atrociousness that this movie is. The movie is bad, but then people actually like it, so that makes it even worse. Okay, let me get this set up. You have this stupid, broccoli-headed kid, who is the main character of the movie. I'm sorry, but his voice is grating. His voice is annoying. How in the name of Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra did this guy make it into a movie? How? This is the main character of the movie. Yeah. Okay. No. Absolute no. No. And okay, fine. He looks like he has a broccoli for a head. That's fine. But does he have a personality? No. It's just he's annoying. He just has an annoying, whiny voice. It has no talents, no skills whatsoever. And his one skill is apparently being able to draw. And his drawing looks horrible. I could have done legitimately better drawing with my foot. And that's fine, an annoying, whiny person for 90 minutes who looks like he has a head of broccoli on his head for 90 minutes for the movie. That's great, but is there going to be an election? Oh, no. No, sir. 50 minutes pass until we actually hear the mention of the election. The movie is only like 90 minutes long. 50 minutes pass. And it's just him walking around school, annoyed, sad, upset, with no emotion. He's just... It's such a dull drag. And his dad, or whatever, his parents are so annoying. They just like talk about football all the dang time. But they are the best characters in the show because Napoleon has absolute no personality whatsoever. I mean, a tube of toothpaste has more personality than 7 hymns. I'm sorry. And his voice, annoying. He gets bullied. And it's just like, we just take it as that. And they have like these one-liners that are supposed to be funny or something. Newsflash, they aren't. They aren't. Okay, the people who made this movie have a bit. You remember when I was talking about that roller skating show that only has 1 season on Disney Plus because the people couldn't find a joke if it hit them on the head, and they got knocked out unconscious for it because everyone knows that you cannot have a sitcom, right? Guys, you cannot have a sitcom that only takes place on Saturdays. That's what it's called. You can only have a sitcom that only takes place on Saturdays that's based around teen life, and then you narrow it down that's only based around some roller skating rink. That'd be like having a sitcom about a bunch of kids who hang out at the park for 30 minutes. Yeah, that's boring. Okay, if you want to watch a sitcom about a bunch of kids who hang out at the park, you can, I don't know, pick up your legs and walk 5 minutes, and you'll find a park, and then you can just tape for 30 minutes straight, and that'll be your TV show. That is what Saturdays is. Okay, anyway, that show is immensely 10 times more funny than Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, so they finally get to the election. Finally, his Hispanic friend is running for president against this popular girl named Summer, who's also again incompetent, but she's popular because I don't know. Anyway, Summer gets up there, she gives he's just like, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. And there's this other fight where he tries to like take out this girl to a dance. Again, so boring. He's walking so slow. The dialogue so horrible. Like the entire election, like if you were just to clip everything and just clip the election segment, that would be a 5-minute clip, including the speech, including this girl getting up there and saying, "Oh, who doesn't want? If you vote for him, you're gonna get chimichangas in the lunchroom every day," which is I don't know how that's a threat or whatever. But then his speech is horrible. He gets up there, he's like, "Vote for me. I vote for Pedro. I vote for a great school. God bless." And then this Napoleon comes out there and dances, and apparently the dance is the talent that makes this kid win. Napoleon didn't win, but his friend, who has like has twice as much personality as Napoleon, which is still no personality at all. It is the most boring, asinine thing I have ever seen in my life. And people actually like this? People actually like this? It's ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. The main character is horrible. Horrible. Alright, anyway. The headphones back up right now. So we are now going to be watching Johnny 2000's best 2000s teen political show. Movies not new. Napoleon Dynamite, because that show, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that show is in the Library of Congress, and if I was in Congress, I'd petition a bill to remove it. It is wasting space, it's wasting storage, it's wasting taxpayer dollars by having that trash heap of a movie being in the Library of Congress. I mean, it is absolute, totally awful.
Autoquote Explorer. First start a quote.
The show was so bad. I was looking
Where
forward to
did
the
you get a
commercials.
picture of Chase wearing a wedding?
All right, here we go. We're gonna be reacting to. Let me tune this down. To the best 2000s teen show political episodes. So first, we're gonna do Zoe 101. And as you guys know, Zoe is the best character on Zoe 101. I don't know why. Why does Zoe, in her own dang TV show, get so much hate? She is Zoe. She is her. Zoe is amazing. I will not tolerate Zoe hate in this country. You understand me? These people. Look, you come into the comments and have Zoe hate, you will be blocked. And I will force you with an Apple Vision Pro. I will make $3,000 with an Apple Vision Pro. I will send it to your house. If you don't have an iPhone, I will send an iPhone to your house and force you to watch Napoleon Dynamite 10 times straight. Honestly, that movie should be illegal under the 8th Amendment. Cruel and unusual punishment. We should probably use that movie at Gitmo to torture prisoners and extract information. That is how bad that movie is.
So for Zoe 101 Season 2, Episode 3, we have elections.
So as you guys remember, SLTW, The Election, great book. Honestly, second greatest book of all time, of course, behind the Bible.
Zoe's trying to get coffee, and Lola rudely just takes it from her, which is kind of disrespectful.
Kinda? This woman just steals. I mean, look at the face on Zoe right here. Look at this. That face just tells it all. Also, she might be slightly less annoying than that kid from Lemonade Mouth, but oh man, it's a fight. Also, look at the fashion choices that they're wearing here. I mean, honestly, teen fashion has kind of like not changed since the 2000s. Come on.
We see that Nicole's doing horoscope stuff, which I love because I'm a big astrology guy.
I mean, Nicole is the type of person to do astrology, but as you guys know, astrology is bad, and I agree with it 100%. Astrology is bad, but as you guys know, astrology is bad because it can trick someone into thinking that they can jump off of a water tower and bungee jump off of it. As you guys know, that is what astrology leads to. If you were to believe Kids Corner, which is just Kids Corner. Whoo! God bless him. God bless him. That's all I have to say to that.
Check out your horoscope. It says you will win a major competition. Is that freaky or what? I'm not a Virgo.
I mean, Zoe is her, so she will win.
Shh! Don't tell people.
And she takes a Capricorn's horoscope and tries to cheat it, which is so funny.
Imagine cheating a horoscope. Could not be me. Of course, I wouldn't take one, but still.
Attempted on a show, but it does make me wonder what
Let's rewind 5 minutes, 5 seconds back here.
To cheat it, which is so funny. I've never seen that.
What is this? What is that face? And poor Chase. Chase is on the case on this one. He's cooked.
On a show, but it does make me wonder what their actual signs are. We see this girl named Mel have a crush on Chase, but it just seems like a premature Stacy.
Chase, don't call me Melissa. Melissa sounds so serious. Call me Mel.
Because she has a list.
Sound like that.
Ecstatic and apparently a Sagittarius.
Yeah, that's it's probably assault. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, Melissa. 10 years. You're going to jail.
I just don't know why people that are odd or different have to be the butt of the joke sometimes.
Who else is gonna be the butt of the joke, Johnny? Who? Like what? You want? I mean, it's a sitcom. Okay, you gotta have, and also if you're doing weird, creepy stuff like that, I mean, you deserve to be the butt of the joke.
It's not that weird to have a list.
Students who wish to run must be nominated no later than...
I nominate Zoe.
Yeah, exactly. Huh? What makes you think I second Zoe's nomination?
So the class ends up nominating...
I don't know why you would do that. Like, I wouldn't nominate Zoe if I was in the school, because I'd be running myself, Yeah, that'd be like me, I also wondered, maybe we can do another LTW episode soon. But, what would have happened if Geneva ran against Allison and ran against me in 2023. I wish there's some nice computer program that we could do these types of simulations. Honestly, I think Allison would have won. Oh yeah, also against Vera. As you guys know, Vera was just she was just there to steal votes away so that Allison can win. Honestly, I don't think Geneva could have won in 2023. I mean, it was too packed. Though she did win the vice presidency, of course, which then begs the question. That technically means that there was an Allison presidency, Geneva vice presidency voter, which is kind of funny if you think about that. Anyway, I honestly don't think she can win because, let's analyze this. Let's look at the 2023 Glory High election. So of course my path to victory would have been pretty easy. Win 12th grade, my home grade. Win 9th grade. And then pick up some 10th graders. Easy path to victory. You need 27 to win, just like you need 270 to win in the United States. You need 27 to outright win. Of course, Allison's path to victory, also fairly easy as well. You have to win 10th, 11th grade. Maybe you can do that. Maybe pick up some 9th graders. Maybe pick up half the 12th grade. Easy path to victory. Obviously, she did. So congratulations to her. And then Vera's path to victory. Honestly, what was her path? Seriously, what was Vera's path to victory in the 2023 election? She's not going to win 9th grade. She's just not. I was the most pro 9th grade candidate of them all. She's going to win half of 10th grade, maybe. Half of 11th grade, but GCAM. They're not going to vote for it. They're not going to vote for Allison. So, I got the GCAM backing. And then, 12th grade, maybe 1, 2. What is your path to victory here, kid? Maybe that's 15 votes at most. And also, some of your voting competition is going to be split in between President Allison and Vera. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. What is your path to victory? Of course, I was able to carve out more people than Allison was as my own niche. What is Vera's path to victory? You have the same friends. You have the same campaigning style. You have the same goals, right? Again, I was more pro 9th grade than any of them, so of course I was able to carve out some 9th grade support. What was your path here? And then what would Geneva's path be? My path? She can't win 9th grade if I win 9th grade. She's gonna split down 11th grade, straight down the middle of President Allison and Geneva. and like Vilnius is gonna scoop up the rest of 10th grade. So it's just gonna really make it easy to make Geneva still vote kind of for Madison and kind of for me. Vilnius still up like some, I guess, the scraps of Addison's votes, and Addison wins in like a super majority, like I don't know, 45-5-2 or something like that. Like, no, it's not gonna happen here. Anyway, back to this. Like I was saying, I wouldn't let Zoe win. No sir.
Nominating Zoe to run
This
for
is really funny that this woman is like asking about class presidents, and you have the Canadian and the French flag standing up here, and Zoe 101 is American. Like they're in California, the largest by population state in the United States of America. For now, till Texas wins, we're gonna come number one, guys. Watch out, guys. Texas is gonna take
class president. Which why? Zoe doesn't do anything for society. I don't know why.
Johnny, you watch it here. What do you mean Zoe doesn't do anything for society? Zoe is her. She doesn't have to do anything for society to. She doesn't do anything for society. Yeah, okay. Who else in this TV show is going to run for president? Huh? You want Nicole to run for president? Yeah. Heck no. If Nicole runs for president and wins, you're just gonna rename PCA to BCA as Boys Coast Academy. Okay, it's just gonna be boy night every night. Of course, Chase also does run, so we're not gonna. Michael, what has he actually done in the show? Please, you want Logan to be president? No. Okay, you want this random rich bully kid to run for president of PCA? Not a chance. Not a chance. Okay, and then you have like these other randoms. Oh, you want that? No, so you got written off the show. You want that kid who stole the coffee to run for president? Like who else is gonna run here, people? I mean, at least Zoe's actually nice. Like goodness, and for crying out loud, she actually made a stand. She decided to expel herself from the school so that her friends could stay. No greater love has no PCA student than this, than to kick herself out of her school for her friends, as it is written. Zoe 101, Zoe is her. She's sacrificial. She's great. She's kind. She's nice. She's funny. And if I went to the school, I would not vote for her because, of course, I'd be running. But look, as an outside observer, maybe I can influence and manipulate the election to my own means. I would vote for her. You show some respect.
Why she would be the one considered for this position. She's just complaining about how much she does for other people and doesn't even actually do anything for other people. Like, I don't know why you want that.
Let's not forget that she's also really good at video editing and like did that whole that bike commercial thing. So let us not forget about the greatness of Zoe.
Retaliates by nominating Chase, and everybody goes for that too. So next thing you know, they're going against each other for class president. Zoe and Chase make a pact that no matter what happens in this election, that they will maintain their friendship.
Imagine making a pact with the other candidate. Could not be me. I'll make a pact if you a super pact so you guys can pay me some money. But look, she's going down. I would destroy her. I would annihilate her. Like, I mean, Zoe, she's great and all, but she's kind of a pushover. Okay, I would destroy her in this election, win, and then come up with some sad, sorry excuse. Oh, I'm so sorry for hurting your widow feelings. I'm so sorry. Nah, this kid's going down. Okay, she's going to get crushed. Absolute annihilation. And this episode actually inspired SSA LTW the election because of all the high-tech stuff that they have here. You'll see in it. But I mean, woo! If I went to PCA, first of all, I would be supreme leader of that school. I mean, they had the news agencies. Y'all got press conferences. Y'all are rich, and apparently Nicole and Chase and all these other people over there, dating random kids. They're dating these people. Heck yeah, I'm gonna use that information to my own means for political gain. Look, I as you guys know, I had a database of who was dating who and everything like that. This is gonna get ranked up to the max, to the T. I mean, if you guys want to play this game, you are going to get taken down. In like the third episode, you guys had a little spy camera. Oh, it's time for some blackmail time. It's time for some high-tech stuff. Yes, sir. I will game this school to my own political ends, into my own political means for political power. She's just better be glad I didn't go to PCA, make some pact with your opponents. Look, even if I ran against my own brother, I would allegedly hack into his alleged phone and leak his alleged text messages. Okay? Bro, I'm here to win. I'm not here to be friends. I'm here to win. I don't care how nice. I don't care who you're dating. I don't care what you've done. I'm here to win.
Chip.
Deal. Spit shake.
Yeah.
Gross.
If someone did that, whoa, you were going to that is no. Heck no. Heck no.
Don't spit shake?
Not really.
What do you mean not really? I've never seen any boy, but I've never seen any girl do a spit shake. Some girl try to spit shake me. You know, that's you know, for legality reasons, let's just say that she you know, things would happen.
Already tell this is going to be the main plot point, but then a teacher comes in and shakes his hand anyway, which is gross. Meanwhile, the girls help Zoe run, and I assume the boys are going to help Chase. Lola already wants to fight dirty by using a picture of Chase in a wedding dress, which is so funny. Like,
I don't even know how that makes political sense. Like, how does that make sense? That say no to Chase? Obviously, it's photoshopped.
Hey, where did you get a picture of Chase wearing a wedding dress?
I didn't. I took his head and photodocked it onto some girl's body.
they did not have the technology to have that kind of
how do you think
Photoshop
they
back
made that?
then. And apparently, Mark is also running, and Quinn is trying to get him to win. His last name is revealed, and Quinn says it's of the figs, which is kind of funny.
Vote for me. I'll make things better.
You see this kid's personality? Vote for me, I'll make things better. Vote for me, I'll make things better. Vote for me, I'll make things better. He has 10 times as much personality as Napoleon Dynamite. Which is just... Imagine actually being the first people to have to sit through that movie. Like when you were reviewing it or whatever. You know, you got all the actors, the cast, the director, the producers, the background team. And they have to sit there and watch the movie and pretend that it's good. Oh my gosh. I've made class movies that are actually better than this. It's just ridiculous. Let me unmute this.
Vote for me. I'll make things better.
Logan emphasizes that girls don't like it if you lose, so he tells Chase if he doesn't win, she won't like him. Okay.
That's, again, once again proving that teenage dating threats national security. Obviously, the kids here get the access to the PCA nuclear launch codes, and we wouldn't want dating to have to interfere with an election. That would never happen. Only on TV. Oh, wait, what was that? What are you telling me? My producers are telling me that some woman pretended to get guys' Instagram to sign them up for political newsletters for a political candidate in the 2024 election. Oh, wow, you know.
Okay, so there's a lot of stakes for him. Meanwhile, Quinn is getting data from the election, and Zoe
Once
and
again,
Chase are
high tech. Elections, so fun, so cool, so great.
tied, but she's pretty depressed that Mark isn't up there at all. The girls see that Chase is giving out free smoothies, and they get super angry until they learn that.
Why? Literally, why? I mean, I'd be mad that, you know, someone else did that, but like, what's the crime here, people?
Logan's the one doing it for him. But I guess Zoe doesn't care anyway. She gets mad at Chase for something he has no control over.
That's how you plan to win the election, by giving out free smoothies?
I just heard about this. He just heard.
Well, I don't think it's very fair.
Neither do I, which is why I'm gonna go put a stop to this right now.
Logan even ignores their request, and the campus ends up liking Chase more. So Zoe
I mean, honestly, I'd probably vote for Chase over Zoe. I mean, he has the financial backing to win. I mean, and he's not like Logan. He has, you know, integrity, personal character. It's not against the rules. So, I mean, what do you want him to do, Zoe?
So Zoe does let it affect their friendship, and she's angry at Chase. The boys start to reflect that girls lie and they say things are okay when they're not, which is just funny because it's like, I feel like guys just don't know how to read emotions, so they just kind of get annoyed at how girls take logic and emotion with everything, while they just take logic with everything. I think guys are just resentful that they have to go out of their way to remember people have emotions, while females, it just comes...
Yeah, well, you know, just... You know, elections shouldn't be emotional. This should be about winning, patriotism, and democracy.
naturally. So Chase and Zoe actually go hard on their campaigns and run around campus, and it looks like the end of the world with how many people are running here. Every time Logan uses his money to escalate the situation, and it just gets worse and worse.
Okay, what are Chase Bucks?
Chase Bucks can be redeemed for merchandise at any store or cafeteria on campus.
And how's that different from handing out cash?
Because it's only within the internal system of the school. Duh.
Handing
Again, I don't know how he got that to work. I mean, he'd have to get the administration to sign off as a new currency. It's not like I could just like walk into Home Depot and be like, "Yeah, guys, I got this special money, home printed tech bucks." Like, no, he obviously got this signed off by the school, so it's legal. And if it's legal, it's okay. In the context of this election, people are gonna start clipping this out of context. Oh, it's legal. It's okay. You can see the TechBoy actually supports.
handing out cash is illegal.
He even introduces this thing called Chase Bucks, which is almost like directly giving people money, but since he says they're Chase Bucks, Zoe ends up confronting Chase in the boys' locker room, which is...
Get out. Honestly, she could probably be indicted for this. Just indicted. Arrested.
It's actually really funny. I love that they did this in this scene.
I'm out. I'm done.
What do you mean, done?
Just gonna drop out of this stupid race.
Oh, okay, so now you're just gonna quit and let me win?
Dang, Zoe has no respect for other candidate. Mark.
I didn't say that.
You think the only way I can win is if you drop out.
Bro, opponents dropped out in an election. I'd be thanking them. I'd be on my knees, being like, "Thank you. Let's go." The point is to win. The point is not to have a nice little witty repartee. No, the point is to win. Look, if they got run over by a bus and then drone struck by a heat-seeking missile, I mean, that's unfortunate. At least they still get to win.
How is this happening?
I don't know why Zoe's getting more mad though. Like, they act like they're in a couple all the time for people who don't owe that to each other. Like, neither of you said you liked each other, you're just friends, like, just run for president, make it normal. Next thing you know, a video comes out trashing Chase.
Or that he picks on little girls. Is this the kind of guy you want for class president?
Who's that voice?
No!
And I feel like all these election episodes are the same, like, people are running for president.
Also, high-tech TV for 2005.
And then one of them defames the other through a weird campaign video. It's just so predictable at this point. But everybody hates Zoe because clearly Chase is a victim in this scenario and people care about the victims. They think it's Logan for a second, and I think that's kind of messed up if it is, because that would take a master manipulator.
I mean, that's actually pretty smart, honestly. Self-deprecation.
Pull that off. Chase admits to Zoe that he actually made the commercial, and that is the most self-deprecating character thing I've ever heard.
It wasn't right. You should be president. That's why I made the commercial.
Dangerously toxic, Chase. Like, see a therapist.
You know, right after he said see a therapist, I actually got a BetterHelp ad.
How's it going?
We're getting there.
Oh, skip.
Zoe gets mad again because nothing he could do is right, apparently. He doesn't even want to run for president, and she just keeps putting him on blast. Next thing you know, everybody's embarrassed to be around Zoe, like even
That's
Nicole.
crazy.
It feels like she got canceled completely by PCA.
Yep.
And Zoe doesn't even seem sad about this. Maybe it's bad acting, but she just goes about it like normal.
Can we have sushi together in a closet? I'm not eating raw fish in a closet.
Meanwhile, Chase
Amen. That's what I always say. What is that? Who's this old woman?
makes a speech, and there's live news at PCA, which they're the ones in the broadcast class. I don't know why they're not the ones involved.
Also, very nice, interesting here. Like I was saying, talking about high-tech live news. So look at the camera quality on this.
And he basically announces that
he has
he's
a
going...
press conference with the nice flag. He sells the little PCA flags. I always like how they have nice, big American flag back there with little American flags on the side. So great.
To be dropping out of the race. For me, I'd be worried this makes him look even more better, but, I think the episode...
Yeah, dropping out the race means you can't run and you don't win, as we all know.
Needs to end somewhere. And this is how I know that Zoe is so hot and cold it doesn't make sense. Nicole literally says, how cute is he? And she doesn't even agree. She doesn't even look at him. I just don't...
I mean, if I was running against a political opponent who's dropping out, I would be like, oh, so cute. He might come back. He might come back. Or she might come back. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
don't know how to understand what she's feeling. They both apologize to each other, and Zoe drops out too.
Which is really sad and unfortunate. Zoe, remember all those things I was saying about how she's so smart and nice and great? Maybe she should have won. And that's why my advice to you is when running for president, do everything in your power that's legal to win. Which is actually the actual quote from what I said in the infamous November 9th, 2022 interview when people were asking me, would you do anything that you can to run for president, including putting condom vending machines in the bathroom and like